for our third and final trade of the day. We've got a monster blockbuster trade for you between the Colwood Rangers and the Macaulay Mustangs. Wow, it's a big trade. I've looked at it a few times and I've analyzed it from both sides, and I just thought, wow, this trade is a thing of beauty. What both guys did, it was just I was just shaking my head, going, wow, how did you guys come up with this? It's a in my opinion, I think it's an awesome trade. So basically, we have a 9-player deal. 3 draft picks are involved. There's 6 players involved. So yeah, it's huge. And I really like how this breaks down for both teams. There's so many different angles that you can see from this. So it's really cool. So let's take a look and see how this trade broke down. Okay, so here you can see the 6 players involved, and there's just some monster players going here. And basically, it's probably the biggest trade we've ever had in the no control zone because of the 2 5-year guys. That's just, it's kind of insane. So Colwood Rangers are going to send over to the Macaulay Mustangs. They are sending over Jack Eichel on a 5-year deal. Samuel Girard, a really nice point making defenseman, on a 3-year deal. And Tim Sissa, who Dino just, I know he loves. So yeah, it's just it's it's a blockbuster deal. And coming back the other way is David Pasternak on a 5-year deal, and Sam Reinhart, who's who's fitting in really nice down in Florida on a 3-year deal, and Zach Werenski on a 1-year deal. So basically, the Mustangs, they I know Keith wasn't really happy with getting Pasternak in third, and I'm pretty sure he would have preferred Panarin. So but the thing that you look at in this, one of the very big things in this trade too, is the Colwood Rangers are also sending their 1st-round draft pick to the Macaulay Mustangs, and the Macaulay Mustangs are sending back their 4th and 5th-round draft picks this year. So basically, it's just a blockbuster. So here's the thing. Okay, so I look at it from Dean's point of view. Right now, I see a guy who just won the cup, who had no draft picks for this up and coming season, basically got all his draft picks back, and somehow Dean ended up with the 3rd overall pick from this year's draft. I mean, how amazing is that? He traded a guy who should have been the 4th overall pick, but due to the back neck thing, I think he fell way back to Dean's spot, where Dean decided to take a chance on him. Like I said, in reality, he should have been the 4th overall. So he trades him off, gets the 3rd overall pick. So the guy wins the cup and then basically walks away with the 3rd overall pick the next year. Just amazing, Dean. Just absolutely amazing. I know you love Stutzel, and it was probably pretty hard for you to let him go, but yeah, what can you do? And then looking at it from Keith's side, like I said, I know Keith was never really overly excited about Pasternak. Sure, Pasternak's great at goal scoring and that, but he's also a streaky kind of guy. Sometimes that's not really good for fantasy hockey. I mean, he still gets the points, but I think Keith is banking on Jack Eichel to explode in Vegas, playing with a really strong team, and I think that might be a pretty good prediction on his part. And I think Keith is also taking into consideration, right now, he can probably make this trade, suck up the Jack Eichel time, and still make the playoffs. And like Keith is, I heard him say in the podcast we had, the one thing he learned from me and that last year taught you is just make the playoffs, man. Anything can happen. So if he gets in the playoffs with this team, the way I see it, Keith is not even losing a beat in this draft, because he's basically swapping 3rd overall pick for 4th overall pick last year. That's the way it should have been. So basically, he likes Eichel better than he likes Pasternak. And then Girard and And Reinhardt, yeah, okay, maybe Keith loses just a little bit in the offense, but Gerard's an offensive defenseman, and that's great. But here's Keith competing in this year with a really strong team, and he hasn't really lost anything in this trade. But the way I see it, he kind of has only gained because he gets Tim Suthla as a prospect who is going to be a good hockey player for years to come, and then he gets a first round pick as well. So he's strong right now, and he's going to be keeping his team strong next year. And he knows that next year is a deep draft, and by getting that first round draft pick from Keith or from Dean is huge. So it's going to keep his team strong for a long time, including this year. And he could very well win the cup if things dropped his way. But for Dean, it's also a solid pick too. Like Pasternak, now he's kind of locking up the goal category. You know what I mean? So if you automatically win the goal category every time, and now with Sam Reinhart coming in, that helps in the goal category and the point category, and even Zach Rowensky right now. And so Dean doesn't totally fail either. He makes sure to pick up a 4th and 5th round draft pick to go with that. So I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, that's a lot of serious thought put into a trade. I think it was. If you guys tell me that this was the offer and the other person just accepted, I'll be absolutely amazed, because to me this looks like something that you work on for like a week. I don't know, and I think it's put I think it's put together so well. I love it. I love it. I think it's just a beautiful trade. I don't see it slanted one way or the other, and if I was forced to pick which side I'd want to be on, oh geez, that'd be tough. I'd probably have to go with a small nod to the Mustangs on this one. But that doesn't mean that Dean won't win a cup this year and be a 2-time champion. So yeah, I think it's just a great trade, guys. I think it was awesome. And I really think people leave a comment in the comments below about this trade of what you think of it. I think it's just a masterpiece. Anyway, that's it for a busy trading day in the No Control Zone. You guys all take care and peace out.